everybody, my name is Connor Vagel, and once again we are coming to you live from the campus of Northern Illinois University, where we are getting ready to have the NIU Huskies take on the Ohio Bobcats in another League of Legends ESC match here. Looking on, we are already getting these teams close to being ready for Champ Select. One thing that we are going to mention is that we do have on the side of NIU, Quentin Alpha Squirtle 81 is having a bit of PC issues, so we may see a bit of a delay in getting into Champ Select for game number 1, but we figured we should start the broadcast, let you guys take a look at some of these things, and we can get the pre-show going. As you guys see on there, we do have, there's the esports collegiate teams as always, but yes, here is the current standings for today's broadcast, or for the action as of today. Northeastern played their game for today a little bit early against Akron, so they are sitting at a clean 5-0 after taking the 2-0 victory over NIU on Wednesday. Buffalo has moved themselves up to 3-1. Kent State also moved to 3-1, and NIU dropped to 3-1. So we have a four-way tie for second place at 3-1. Then we have Akron, Central Michigan, and Eastern Michigan. All are sitting at 2 wins, 2 losses. They are now sitting at, that looks like, 6th place, a tie there. And then Western Michigan's the lone team sitting on a single victory, whereas Ohio, Bowling Green, and Ball State all are sitting at 0-4 or 0-3, as you see on your screen. We're going to go ahead. Let's load in the starting lineups for these teams. We do have, as always, we'll go through this in just a second, but let me go ahead as you guys take a look at that image there. All right. So on the starting lineups, we're going to see for NIU, once again, Alpha Squirtle 81 will be in the top lane, then PCH will be the jungler. The mid laner will be Space Marine 18, followed by the bot lane is Summoner XD and Crix GG. They're coached by Garmore. On the side of Ohio, it's going to be No Imagination on the top lane. Dibwint, I believe that's how we're going to pronounce that. Dibwint is going to be the jungler. Tannen will be their mid laner. Tobes will be the bot laner, and then their support is Holy Armpits. They're coached by Kira Kilnir 1. Looking like we should be getting in shortly. We are just waiting for Alpha Squirtle's PC to finish experiencing some of these issues. That is why we do have that 15-minute window. Hopefully we won't be going the entire 15-minute window sort of to that end. We thank you guys for joining us on this Wednesday. We apologize for the delay in getting this game promoted on our socials, but that should be enough there. Let's go ahead and go back to the standings. But yeah, so as these standings, looking from top to bottom, this is exactly where we expected, or almost exactly where we expected these standings to fall. We thought Akron might be sitting in that top tier as well, but NIU, Miami, Kent State, all were thought to compete for that 3rd and 4th playoff spot, and that's exactly what they're doing right now early on in the season, whereas Buffalo and Northeastern were considered those 2 top dogs in the conference. Northeastern also going through some of the tougher schools already, NIU still to come with some of that tougher part of the schedule. We should be going through any minute now, but we do have, let's go through the upcoming schedule. So this Wednesday, I believe that's the 10th, might be the 11th. Yeah, this Wednesday the 10th. And I'm just going to be off of no game on the 10th. So we'll be back after tonight's game with Bowling Green versus NIU on the 13th. That'll be at 2 p.m. once again. And then on the 17th, I believe NIU plays Akron. And so those are the 2 upcoming matchups that the team has. Akron, another team that if NIU can beat, they solidify their chances at the playoffs, but really they will need to get to Miami there. Does look like we do have Alpha Squirtle into this Champion Select lobby, so we will see if we get on in any minute now. Looks like they are getting ready for that one. But also, looking on through, let's go ahead and yep, they do. They are going to talk about the champ select, why they sit out of order. Just to let you guys know, in case you're wondering, the reason that we have our jungle and top PCH as first pick and Alpha Squirtle as the second pick there is because the client sometimes will kick out Alpha Squirtles, and so they will. So PCH ends up being the first pick because he then he doesn't experience as many of those client issues as Alpha Squirtle does, and they're worried about the possibility of that playing through. All right, we're going to go ahead and look at the ranks across the sides. So in the top lane, No Imagination is going to be Gold 2, whereas Alpha Squirtle has not finished his placements for this year. In the jungle, we do see Dibwint is unranked, whereas Diamond 3 is going to be the rank for PCH. We do see as well Space Marine 18 is currently sitting Diamond 2 compared to Tannen being Gold 4. Summoner XD Platinum 2 compared to Tobes being in that unranked tier right now. Has not played his ranked placements yet. And then Crix is Master compared to Holy Armpits at Gold 3. So on the surface, this looks like a game that NIU should take pretty handedly. Would be a good way to make up for an unfortunate type of loss at the hands of Buffalo on Wednesday. To put it in kind words, there was nothing pretty about it. Our team Buffalo showed what they can do when they are at their top form. We should be getting ready to get into match any minute now. Looks like they are just talking a little bit about that one. But we should be here any minute. Thank you so much to Hey It's Kendall for subscribing. Looks like Ohio is asking if we are ready. We should be jumping on into Champ Select any minute now. Looking here, we are going to get there in just a second. Looks like NIU's making some last minute preparations. But like I mentioned, should be on the surface a game that NIU has a good chance in, possibly moving up to 4-1 on the season and really solidifying that spot in that top half of the standings. Like I was mentioning, so thank you so much to Hey It's Kendall for subscribing with Prime. Feel free to use your Twitch Prime subscription if you'd be so kind on us if you'd like to, or go ahead and subscribe with the other tiers of subscriptions. We should be getting more viewers as we go on, but we should be also getting into game any minute now. Thank you to Kedzi for the message, and thank you for redeeming some bits there. Not sure what we're talking about here with the bleeding, but we are into Champ Select, so we will jump on over to that. We are getting on in there, and the first ban is going to be Lulu from NIU, so something that definitely can be played with the with some of those compositions that are using the Moonstone. We're going to see Hecarim also banned away by the side of NIU after the Gnar ban. Kaisa going to be taken off the board, so we will see Summoner XD on something a little different here, as he has played Kaisa quite a bit in their previous matchups. Darius going to be taken off the board by NIU, very much a solo laner type of situation there. We should be getting in here any second. And last ban was the set, and Udyr going to be immediately picked up by NIU. Definitely going to be PCH on that one. He enjoys that champion quite a bit, as we do see that one come through. Skarner going to be the answer here, more than likely in the jungle for Dibwint. Could be a Skarner top lane, but not very likely on that one as well. All right. Um, sorry about that. Handling something there. Samira going to be picked up for Tobes, and he's going to be doing that one as well. But NIU, sorry about that. We had some messages coming through to the chat that we wanted to address real quickly. NIU going to pick up the Lucian, Summoner XD's really secondary pick there. But going to hover through a few things. After the Anivia was hovered by Space Marine, now Kane, Annie. I'm guessing that we'll go back to the Anivia, Aurelian Soul, and there it is, the Anivia. We will see why you do not let Space Marine play that champion more than likely here, but Tannen thinks that he's got the answer here for his team with the Ivern, but will be the Syndra next to hover on that one. And that should be it. And it is going to be the Syndra. Sorry about that one. Having to address the Twitch chat right there. But yeah, so that's going to be the Syndra locked in. Tannen wants to play that into the Anivia. Definitely a stronger control mage type of pick, as we do see that one come through. Ohio waiting on their next ban. They're going to go ahead and take away the Nautilus, and now NIU looking to see what they need to take away. Both these teams now with their bot laners, junglers, and mid lane locked in, meaning that the top and support are going to be what's left here. So NIU likely going to focus a little bit on that top lane champ pool, but instead they'll take away the Alistar, something they've played themselves. With the set already down, we could be seeing a Leona, but there it is. There's the ban for that one. So likely the priority could fall to something like a Thresh or a Blitzcrank here from Crix, as we could definitely see the Thresh taken here or banned away for the side of Ohio. NIU would likely answer something with something like a Morgana or the Blitzcrank. Camille going to be taken off the board, another one of those strong top laners, so NIU doesn't want to have to play into that one. We know that they typically put priority on that bot lane with top lane usually going towards a Gnar, which has been banned away, or an Ornn. So we will see exactly what Alpha Squirtle wants to play here. Yuumi going to be the hover for the side of Ohio here. Definitely something safer, an Enchanter, but it's going to be the Nami. Also, again, an Enchanter type of support with some CC, the ability to lock down, and that tidal wave that can come through. We'll see what NIU wants to play into that. It's going to be the Karma locked in. That could be Karma top. We have been seeing that a tiny bit with the Moonstone build. I wouldn't be 100% certain that that's where it's going. Although with the Rel hover, that is going to be where that would look to be played, as Rel will be locked in. So NIU going to be putting Alpha Squirtle on something a little different here. For the first time this season, he won't be playing Ornn. He won't be playing Gnar. He's going to be playing the more than likely the Moonstone build of the Karma, and we'll see what No Imagination wants to play into that one. Yorick, the current hover, really running through some of those traditional top lane champs, and Volibear, something a little stronger, does give that AP threat, and very tanky, so we will see if that is going to be the answer that you're looking for if you are Ohio. Looking on through, it's going to be Karma, Udyr, Anivia, Lucian, and Rel. Anivia being available really allowed the Karma pick here, since that will be the full AP threat, which will allow Alpha Squirtle to build a little bit more of that Enchanter style with the Karma, whereas on the side of Ohio, you see one mage there in the Syndra, a couple of tanks for the front lining of Volibear and Skarner. Samira definitely the dive in type of AD carry, and Nami able to produce some of that lockdown for her. So looking across, definitely a nice front-to-back team comp from Ohio. NIU looking to play a little bit more pick-centric, and should be able to get that with the Rel Anivia there for lockdown. Udyr able to chase you down. So we will see how some of these comfort picks coming through Udyr, Anivia, Lucian coming through in Rel even for Crix, something that he's been practicing a bit. We'll see if they how that really impacts the game. Really getting to play those champions in a bit of a practice. Yeah, exactly. Orn for space or for swirl. Yep, not going to actually be the case, but I like that that was the thought process for their blue. Really thinking about what might be available. But yeah, Anivia for Space Marine 18, definitely a pick that has been scary in the past when he's been allowed to play it. If you guys are going to be able, throw into the chat what you think is going to be the outcome of today's match. Will it be a 2-1 in favor of NIU? Will it be a 2-0 in favor of NIU? Or will Ohio take it? Looking like this first game is going to be a nice one with some of these good fighting compositions. So NIU going to have to try to shore up some of their early game deficits that they've been falling behind in, whereas Ohio going to have to try to take advantage of the early game. Looking again at it, we will see how this one plays through. But we do see Samira and Skarner. Sorry, I forgot the thought process I was going through there. But anyway, while we're sitting here waiting for champs or for the game to start, why don't we go through a little bit of business here? If you are a current NIU student or a future NIU student prospective, feel free to reach out to us and request information about our varsity teams if you'd like to be a part of the action. Also, feel free to reach out about our GG House, our esports special interest community, or about the number of other things that we're doing here at NIU. Anything that you see at your bottom left corner of the screen, feel free to follow those links and check out the different things that we are doing with NIU esports. We are so happy to be here, and we are happy to have you along for the ride. But yes, we will be jumping on into game in 37 seconds here. So go ahead and throw your last second predictions into it. Do my eyes perceive me or deceive me? Yes, we are seeing something a little different, Narwhal, as well as we are seeing the Anivia come out for Space Marine and the Udyr for PCH. Your eyes do not deceive you. They are getting onto some of those comfort picks. Looking here, we do 10 seconds now until we are going to jump on into game. And I know that this is going to be the opportunity for NIU to see if they won't see if they aren't going to get the game kind of picked back up because of their loss on Wednesday. NIU looking to move to 4-1, whereas Ohio looking to just open up their accounts for the season. Looking here, we are going to have the side of NIU teleports in both the solo lanes, as is for the case for Ohio. Heal and Ignite in the bot lane. So everything pretty standard there. For the runes, we do see Summon Airy coming through from Karma. Udyr going to have the Phase Rush, Electrocute, Anivia. Press the attack on Lucian as well as Aftershock on the Rel. For the side of Ohio, you see press the attack on the Volibear, Phase Rush Skarner, Electrocute Syndra, Conquer Samira, and Summon Airy on the Nami. Should be here any second now, so we will go ahead and take that one and hold up real quick, as what we forgot to do was we forgot to update the in-game for you. So here we go. We should be able to go to the splash screens. There you go, real quick. And we will real quick change this to match some of these other things. As we will be with you in just a second with that, while we fix this up. Once again, I know we've asked a couple times, but feel free to throw in your last second predictions on who is going to win this matchup into the chat. We should have a nice one going for you in just a second here. All right. And there we go. We are ready to jump on into game. So we will do that in just about 2 seconds here. There we go. And we are in to game number 1 of this best of 3 series. We do see that the stopwatches are out there for the side of for the Karma as well as Rel, and then Nami also grabbing the stopwatch. Both junglers in this situation going to take the Chilling Smite. We do see Doran's rings start from Karma and Anivia, as well as Volibear and Syndra. So lots of Doran's rings on the field here. We see also the relic shields on both support and the both of these 80 carries taking the Doran's Blade. Early, little bit of vision battle going on. Skarner going to try to place that, but just going to sit and watch his blue, or his red, sorry. I'm going to make sure that there's not an invade on that one. And we will see if the side of Ohio does want to protect against this invade. Now ping's coming through, and Ohio making sure to put a little bit of a fun ping down onto the base of NIU, saying we're coming for that one. But they are going to start on the blue side here. Udyr going to actually start Unleashed on the top side. Actually now going to ask for the leash, and is going to get that from the Karma. So he will get both teams. No, he'll actually choose to back away from that one, saying it's too late. So Udyr will start Unleashed on the blue, and then move to his Gromp, whereas we see Skarner going to get his blue and do that one while leashed. Early pressure comes through from this spot lane of NIU. Going to take the early, very early farm lead, as well as Anivia doing the same. Able to put a little bit of damage now onto the Syndra, and has the early level 2 lead, so we'll just back away from that one, as is tradition. Full clear is coming through from both of these both of these junglers. So we do see now both of them working their way from their blue side over to the red side. Looks like Udyr might look to press the early advantage onto the bot lane, whereas it looks like Skarner's early gank would come through towards the top side. Like we mentioned early, these farm leads are pretty minimal so far, although Crix is standing on a ward there, so not really going to get the opportunity to poke out this one. But with the melee into ranged matchup here with the Rel into the Nami, you would expect that the side of Ohio would be able to push this a little bit, and now they are starting to do so, as NIU is going to pull this one in towards their turret. You do see that Udyr is already on that on his way down there onto the Krugs right now, so we will see if he's going to go ahead and go for this gank. NIU going to look to set this up very well in the bot lane. Now Udyr is here. This is going to be the flash forward. Stun comes through onto Holy Armpits. Holy is going to flash, but flash comes through from Udyr, and Lucian's going to grab the kill now. Udyr does try to grab that one, doesn't end up getting anything else out of it, but first blood goes over to NIU. Now that's the tether going through onto the Volibear. Nice job getting the stun, and does get his shield out, but NIU's Alpha Squirtle is going to take that early lead. Now this trade could come through, and Volibear might have stayed a little too long now, but we are going to see Crix gets the stun onto Tobes. Tobes is going to drop to Summoner XD, and that kill will be donated over. Now Anivia, we do see Skarner already in the slow. Karma could be in a bad spot here. This does the stun coming through. Dibwind could be grabbing this. Teleport comes through from the Anivia, and that's going to mean that Dibwind is going to have to back off, and he could be in a bad spot here, though the teleport does come through as well from Volibear, and so this will be just the pressure coming through in the trade of teleports. NIU early on up 2-0 in kills here. Skarner going to back away. Anivia just going to clear out this wave, as the Karma actually looks like she's going to go towards the mid lane here, just to at least maybe cover this wave. But Anivia, yep, going to actually back, and so they are just going to rotate on through. Udyr, as you noticed there, lots of pings going down onto him, but he is stealing the entirety of Skarner's blue side jungle here. Now gank comes through on towards the mid lane, but is going to step under the turret, so Udyr will just have to back off. PCH not going to find anything out of that one. Early Drake is going to spawn here. Rel going to be putting some vision out to make sure that NIU has the advantage, and it is going to be the Infernal Drake as the first one here. So no Infernal Soul. Already a 2-0 lead in favor of NIU, as well as a 2-0 lead in favor of NIU's AD carry, as Summoner XG is just going to walk up and has his Noon Quiver already finished, and will just do about half of Tobus' health bar with that engage. Tobes does get that level back, so he will just he'll gain some of that health back, as well as having the Nami there to heal him up should be quite safe. Karma able to pressure out this Volibear pretty well up in the top side, able to get nice amounts of poke, I should say. And early farm lead is going towards that Udyr in the jungle, as he is up about 13 CS now, and nice little trade coming through from Summoner XD on to Tobes. Skarner is posturing towards the top side here, and we do see that Voli has his ulti available, but Slow is going to miss from Dibwint, and that'll be Karma able to get out of this one. Now, looks to trade a little bit back and won't end up getting the kill, but able to just burn the flash and get out of that one pretty nicely and take no imagination down low. That's going to be a failed flash coming through from Tannen, and that is going to be Space Marine and Crix making him pay for that one as the stun comes through. Udyr able to grab the dragon by himself on that one, so NIU will grab the Drake and grab the kill in the mid lane, and 3-0 with the Infernal Drake already taken by NIU, and they are on pace for an early 24-minute soul. Not to say that they are going to get soul for sure, but always nice to track when that first possible soul could be, and that is all the way in 24 minutes, so very early on at a nice little pace here. Skarner is going to look to steal away the blue just because we do see a bit of vertical jungling coming through, so they will trade each other's blues. And now this is going to be the engage onto the bot side from the side of NIU. Tobe's going to get a nice dash forward. Now heal comes through, but not going to be enough, and NIU going to be able to steal away that blue and give it to the Anivia, as well as grabbing the kill with the nice dive coming through from Crix and Summoner XD. Now, Nami will be able to back away here, but this is already going to be turret plate number 2 dropping on the bot side 7.5 minutes in, and the side of NIU might be looking to take a third turret plate in the bot side. With that Demolish proc available, they may look to take the third, and now they've cleared out the wave, and so they may even look to push it a little further. Skarner is hovering here, so NIU will just back away, as he, I believe, is sitting on a ward. No, he's sitting on his own control ward, so he knew that he didn't have vision, or that he did have vision, and they did not. That's a nice trade coming through from Volibear onto the side of Alpha Squirtle, and actually, with the ultimate coming through, No Imagination is just going to grab the solo kill onto Alpha Squirtle, disrespecting the damage and thinking that he was going to be able to get the stun with the Mirror Glass, the Banded Glass Mirror, I should say, available now. Not actually able to grab anything out of that one. And Holy Armpits will just clear this control ward and grab the Skarner Spire for himself here. And NIU going to be able to continue to clear this out. We do see that Anivia already 1-0 and farming about 25 CS ahead at 8 minutes. This is where you start to see exactly what Space Marine likes to do with this champion. Summoner XD going to get minion blocked and won't be able to grab anything out of this, but does have his ultimate available. There goes the culling onto the Nami, unable to get that final couple shots. Could have possibly looked to get the re-engage and the kill on that one, but Nami going to stick around, and now Tobe's going to take a little bit of damage here. Ulti is available from the Samira, but not going to be able to grab anything, and with the Skarner there, that's going to be a solo kill coming through on the other side from Space Marine, as he was able to get the wall off and the ultimate. But Skarner here just to force Crix and Summoner XD to back away. But they did get that Samira very low. And now Anivia going to hover in the bush, and with Rel roaming up, they may look to engage onto the Skarner. He will back away, and NIU will just disengage from this one, as they are up 5-1 in kills, and up about 3,500 gold already in this contest, about 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes in. But Alpha Squirtle doing exactly what he was doing before getting solo killed. He is just putting out these nice amounts of poke damage, and gonna miss that Q, but we'll just go over towards, and we'll be down a level actually here. But now we do see this is a posture towards a dive from Summoner, or from PCH and Space Marine. That's going to be Anivia's ultimate going through. PCH is going to grab it, and they will just grab the turret plates. A nice dash away from Samira, able to get back through on Holy Armpits. And now Crix could be in a bad spot as the Skarner is here. The ultimate did come through from Nami, and this is a lot of damage going through onto Summoner XC. He's going to be forced to flash, and he'll be able to get out of this one. Now, Teleport does come through. There goes the Hourglass coming through from NIU. Rel going to get enough damage, or actually flash away from that one, and the damage comes through from Anivia, and now Summoner XC is going to trade this one right back, and Ohio thought they had the play. They're going to get turned around on. First turret, actually two turrets going to go down in the mid lane, as Udyr is going to grab both of those. Anivia now grabbing the damage, almost able to stun Holy Armpits on this one. Teleport does come through now from the Volibear, and that's going to be the kills coming through as NIU stayed a little too long. Just onto Summoner XC actually, as Rel they decide to let go, and she will be able to, Crix will be able to escape there with his life 0-0 and 6. But they did get the shutdown onto the Lucian, exactly who you'd want to go for there. Kill did come through by Volibear, so now he has both kills here. And actually, with Udyr having to back, actually he's still there, sorry, with Lucian now just respawning, does look like the call will be for NIU to just give up this Mountain Drake and let Ohio have that second Drake of the game. With Infernal and Mountain taken, we will see, oh, this is a pause. We do see there is a some lag coming through, 500 to 600 ping on the top lane here, so we will see if we will get out of this one just very shortly. That is the problem with playing remotely. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we are having to play all of these games remotely. But looking at the score lines, Volibear for Ohio having both kills on the team. But looking at the rest of the map, everybody has died at least once the rest of the way through, and especially on the Samira and the Syndra, 0 and 3 at this point. Both of them down in CS. And Space Marine almost 30 CS up, and there is the disconnect and trying to reconnect to the game, so we will see exactly if they're able to fix this ping issue. Looking at the items, we do see that both Lucian and Anivia have finished off their mythic items. We see it's the Liandry's Torment in the or the Liandry's Anguish. I apologize. Torment was the old name for the Anivia, and then the Kraken Slayer for the Lucian. Looks like we see Udyr going towards the Cinder Hulk build there, so the Bammy Cinder. So very likely going towards something like the Sunfire Cape or the Sunfire Crest. Bandoglass Mirror finished by the Karma. Likely going to be building that towards the Moonstone. So we will see exactly how long that takes to come online. Surprisingly, Bandoglass Mirror also finished on the Nami, so that is an interesting pickup. Also, Udyr, even though he does have the same amount of items towards his mythic there, he is sitting on the Swifty boots, whereas there are no boots on that Skarner right now, so he is going to be able to get chased down very quickly by the members of NIU's team. We did see Alpha Squirtle 81 reconnect, but he has, even though he's reconnected, his internet is still going off here, so we will see if NIU has to pause long term, or if they will have to play this one out 4v5 for the time being. They do have 10 minutes of pause time available to them, so we will see exactly how they play. Let's go ahead and look at the chat real quick. We see, looking on through, Go Huskies, thank you very much. We've also got, looking at this, 2-0 NIU is the choice by Blue. We've also got, getting the name there, let's go NIU. Thank you to Bebo for that one. And then off to a good start, I would agree. We are off to quite the good start so far in this game. We should be, looks like we are ready and should be getting out of this pause very shortly. Looking at the chat, they did unpause, so it should resume any second now. And there it is. Alpha Squirtle 81 is back and connected to the game. He'll go ahead and farm out this turret, and they will trade the turret plate for the Mountain Drake number 1 there. Cloud going to be the soul here, so one of those ones where the ultimate cooldowns will be impacted by it. Now, nice stun coming through. Oh, nicely done by Tobes to make sure that stun does not come through, actually, as he was able to use the W there to block out the projectile. And that is one of those things about Samira that just makes the champion so powerful. NIU playing well to make sure that the champion does have to play from behind, where is her weakness. Blue going to be given over to the Skarner, so he'll take his own blue buff there. And now going to be the 3-man gank onto the own lane there. NIU does have a ward there, so they will just back away. And nice flash coming through from Skarner. Is going to be able to get the suppression onto the Lucian and grabs the kill there. Stun comes through, not going to be able to be traded back by NIU. So nicely played by the side of Ohio. But NIU going to look to make a retaliation kill here on the top side. Volibear going to have to use his ultimate, but Udyr is just knocking him down here. Will the kill go over to Udyr? It will indeed. And actually, he has the chem tank as the Moonstone has been finished. So now we do see if we will see if this team is able to continue to build this lead. They're going to take out that their next turret in the top lane, so that will be a 3-0 turret lead and almost a 7,000 gold advantage in favor of NIU here. Actually, over 7,000, 13.5 minutes into the game. NIU may knock down all 3 outer turrets before the turret plates even fall. With the fact that this bot lane is pushed in, I don't know if it's entirely likely, but they do have that one very low. They have 9 seconds now to try to push this wave in and get this. I don't think it's going to happen, but they will finish off that turret before the 15-minute mark, as that's another stun onto Skarner here. And just the damage coming through, Space Marine's going to get the solo kill. And now Tannen is in a bad spot. He's going to be stunned up by the Udyr. Going to be able to flash away. Gets the heal coming through as well. And he's just going to be chased down. Udyr flashes forward. Now he's going to be able to grab that with the Phoenix Form. And Tobes is going to go ahead and grab some damage with his ultimate, but not going to be enough. He's going to be killed off here by Crix. And then NIU is going to grab another one. And Nivea is going to grab it onto the Volibear. And now Holy Armpits is all on his lonesome, just trying to escape here. NIU going to take an inhibitor turret at 15 minutes into the game. And they are just speed running this one as they now get the stun onto Holy Armpits. That's going to be the delayed ace, though with Skarner re-available, it is not going to be considered an ace officially. And now, 15 minutes into the game, they are going to take their first inhibitor. And this is quite the rapid pace coming through from NIU. Actually, they will back off. They won't grab that one. But they will have 5 turrets taken in the first 15 minutes of this contest and be up 12,000 gold. 14 kills to 3 is the advantage in favor of NIU. Now this is going to be another dive onto the Skarner. He's going to be caught away here, now stunned up. Udyr coming through, and that is the repel and attract coming through from the Rel. Now the damage comes back through, but that's going to be the Anivia wall keeping the Volibear in here. He's going to be forced to use his ultimate out of that one, and instead it will be, wow, he'll be burned down by Anivia, and now it's going to be another kill going over. Anivia 8-0-3 with a 700 gold bounty. And we talked about this in Champ Select. You guys have talked about it in the chat. But this is exactly why you do not let Space Marine play that champion. It is his favorite champion. It's the one of his best. And he is showing exactly why this champion is always banned against him, as he is putting on a master class. One thing to note, Divine Sunder finished on the Volibear. Immortal Shield Bow on Samira, and the Chem Tank finished by the Skarner. Other than that, we haven't actually seen Syndra finish off her mythic item quite yet, whereas all the mythics are available on the side of NIU, and they are at least at 2 to 3 items each. And Nami also not finishing off her Moonstone yet, or her Moonstone Renewer. That's the one. And now this could be the stun coming through as Skarner with the Spire available, just able to speed up enough. But now, oh, he's going to be just baited in, and Space Marine going to be donated that kill as well, as Udyr is just on a rampage, running around, stunning everybody. There's going to be the flash forward. Nami not going to be able to land the bubble, and that's going to be Holy Armpits dropping as well. PCH on a rampage, and that's going to be now just chasing down Tobes, and not really any escape here, as that's going to be a double kill coming through from PCH. Now he's going to be stunned up, and nice damage comes through from the Syndra. Not going to be enough, as Space Marine's going to grab that one, and NIU is going to dive for the ace onto that top tier 2 turret. They're going to take the inhibitor at 17 minutes, and they could very likely end the game. Skarner actually available, flashing forward, not going to be stunned, and that's going to be the ultimate coming through from Rel. And actually the stun comes through from Anivia. The calling comes out from Lucian, and NIU is going to be on to the Nexus turret. 17:25 into the game here. They're going to take another set of damage. That's actually going to be the turret taking down Lucian, and he is executed on that one. Damage comes through from Tobes. Oh my goodness. That is 80% of Tobes' health bar done by 1 Q from the Anivia, and ladies and gentlemen, this one is all but over. This is a 16,000 gold lead, 17 minutes into the game. We've talked about it in the past, the Captain Flowers gold scale, and to be honest, we were getting some of that gold gap on the first game and second game of the day on Wednesday, but the Captain Flowers gold gap that we've talked about is the game's pretty much over if at the 15 plus minute mark you are down by at least 500 gold a minute. Excuse me. NIU is currently up about 16,000 gold in 18 minutes, so they are up close to 1,000 gold per minute. This one is almost all she wrote, and that Anivia is nasty. 12-0-3. The Udyr, again, 5-0-8. We've told you that those two champions are ones that NIU likes playing, and they definitely have some priority on that. And look at that Karma. Karma top, despite being solo killed in the lane, has done 12 assists since then, and has the full Moonstone Renewer and the Staff of Flowing Water. So now, NIU already, actually, they're treating this this Rift Herald like the Baron. They don't even have to grab the Baron, as it can't even spawn quite yet. They already grabbed the Cloud Drake, so they have the ultimate cooldowns available. In the case of Udyr, they have cooldowns across the board. But now, that's going to be, Volibear's trying to grab the red buff. Not going to be able to do so. Sun comes through. No imagination. Is going to have to use his ultimate to try to get out of that one. Not going to be able to get over the wall, and he's going to fall. And NIU just now trying to do the 4v1 onto this Nivea. Nice stun comes through, but flash comes forward from the Udyr. Not going to be enough, and he is just going to stun up, and Space Marine's going to grab the kill onto the Nami. Now the suppression comes through onto Udyr, able to actually get out of that one, and they're going to grab another kill, and it's 26-3 in favor of NIU here. And now the Rift Herald does go down, but we're going to get the end of the game because we did pause there at the beginning. NIU, I don't know if they grabbed any more kills. Doesn't really matter at that point, as they take the first game of this series in convincing fashion. Let's go ahead. We're going to go back onto the splash screens for you there, and we should be into, there we are. Yep, we're going to transition that across, and there you go. NIU takes game number 1 in very convincing fashion. We should have that up for you any second now. Let us just get that one there. Wow, yeah, 0 chance it doesn't. That the Anivia get banned. Yeah, I would agree 100% that Anivia is going to be banned next game, and we show the reason why you don't let that one through. NIU up 1-0 in this contest, but you have to give it to Ohio. They have they played above expectations. They got some kills there, not close unfortunately, but looking at the pregame stat lines there, that was kind of what we expected. So we will step into game number 2 shortly, but until then, we're going to step away for a short little break. Hang with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and into Champ Select for game number 2 of this series. And Anivia, as you guys expected in the chat, take it off the board right away. That is a nasty champion for Space Marine. Actually, LCS order not followed here by NIU. They're gonna go ahead and throw people around a little bit. I'm hoping. It looks like this is just some issues with the champ select. Tannen also going to be doing the banning, so possible that that we see the side of Ohio change up some of these things. Lulu, Hecarim, and Darius going to be the bans away by NIU once again. Viego can't be played, so if they lock in that Viego, we're going to have to redo champ select. It is disabled at the current time being because of bugs in the official play here. Udyr, Kaisa, and the Anivia all banned away by the side of Ohio. All three. Kaisa banned away last game. Udyr and Anivia, the two champs that ran rampant over them last game, and the other one was Rel, and now they are going to take it away, and Holy Armpits is going to play that Rel himself. Will NIU elect to pick something into it? They're going to go ahead and pick up the, looks like the Alistair, good counter into the Rel, something that we also have seen Crix play quite a bit, and definitely a roaming champion when he plays it. Looking now, Space Marine is going to be the next pick. So I'm a little bit confused as to what the LCS order is going on here. Actually, Amumu going to be the hover? Is this going to be an Amumu in the jungle? I would not expect it. Sad Mummy doesn't come out in organized play very often, but that's a late hover for it. No, it is going to be the Olaf. There you go. Really hiding that pick for quite a bit of time. And Olaf going to be the jungler that NIU picks up for PCH to pilot this game. Looking at it now, No Imagination going to go ahead and be the next pick here for Ohio. It's going to be the Graves, or at least the hover of the Graves. They might want to play something ranged into that Olaf, and indeed it is. Olaf's still going to be able to run directly at the Graves, but they can blind him for the time being. Twitch going to be the hover. So Twitch and Rel might be an AP Twitch, but now we do see them go towards a couple of other options in that ADC role. Could be the Jhin here. Could be Yasuo. Looks like the one they've gone back to a couple times there is the Ashe, and that is not an Ashe. That is an Ezreal. So definitely the option of a poke comp here from the side of Ohio, but we have talked about my reservations with the Ezreal pick quite a bit over these last few weeks. I personally do not see the value in an Ezreal pick, and actually, wow, that is a spicy pick if I've ever seen one. Summoner XD going to be piloting the Draven, saying, you know what? If we're going on the lower tier of 80 carries, I will go to the Draven, and not only that, but I trust myself to pick this up and just to go ahead and take the advantage. Really grab the gold. Katarina going to be banned away by the side of NIU, another top-tier mid laner. And then Karma going to be taken off the board. So Ohio, if you haven't noticed, does not want NIU playing anything they played last game. They will just take it all off the board. I would not be surprised to see the Lucian banned away here. Well, actually, with the Draven already taken, my apologies. Victor, so taking the Space Marine down to the next level of the champion pool here. Although Gnar going to be picked up for the side of NIU. When you leave one of them open, you're going to let the other play their comfort pick. And so Alpha Squirtle is going to get onto that comfortable Gnar. We will see what No Imagination wants to play into that one. As Diblint now going to go ahead. That could be the Gragas top lane. Could be a tanky Gragas here. And the Fat Man is back. It's going to be the Gragas in that top lane. Change screens. Did it not change? It did not. Thank you so much, Blue. I apologize. We had the studio mode up in accident there. Going to be the Yasuo hover once again coming through from the side of Ohio. No knockups to really work with here, so surprising. He's going to have to go with his own types of knockups there in the mid lane. And Cassiopeia. So the main thing that Yasuo is so good at is that he's going to be... is that he is able to dash around and really make sure that you miss. And with the Cassiopeia there for Space Marine, going to make sure that that's not happening. Going to be able to use the Miasma to lock him down. My apologies for not having Champ Select up right away for you guys. We do have, let's go through these lineups one more time since you guys can see them and look through the picks and bans. So, on the side of Ohio, we did see the Anivia was the first ban. Then we saw the Kaisa, Udyr, Karma, and Victor. On the side of NIU, they banned Lulu, Hecarim, Darius, Katarina, and the Kassadin on this one. Then the picks were, for the top lane, we saw Gragas, then Graves, Yasuo, Ezreal, and Rel. Though the Yasuo Gragas has been played as a dual lane bot in the past, so I could see that one being a little bit of synergy there. And then we did see the Gnar, Olaf, Cassiopeia, Draven, Alistair for the side of NIU. We are at 3 minutes of champion select delay here. We will hope to immediately get into game. We should be able to, just let me take a second here and update things for you. But yeah, looking across the board, NIU had a very solid game one, able to definitely take the lead very early and then push that advantage quite heavily. Ohio going to look to kind of negate that in this game number two. In terms of the draft, let's look ahead and see NIU looking to play quite a bit of a team fight type of composition, and looks like there's a little bit more poke available to the side of Ohio in this game. Once again, throw into the into the chat, I should say, who you think are going to win this game. And then, if you would be so kind and you have the ability to, go ahead and throw your a support a subscription at us if you would be so kind. If you have that Twitch Prime subscription, it is free to you, and if you have that, if you have the wish to sport at the Sporter Plus or Sporter Ultimate tier, you will get at the Sporter Plus tier the Doggers emote as demonstrated by Minzy a bit ago, as well as at the Sporter Ultimate tier you will get that In My Sights emote that we have just thrown. You'll see it a little bit ago, but that we threw into the chat. Okay, so we should be getting ready to get into game number two any second here. Once again, like I said, throw into the chat your predictions for this game number two of the series. Will NIU take the clean sweep, or will it be a full best of three series? Will we hear that silver scrapes? We should be ready any second now to get into game, and at that point we will be off. NIU took game one convincing fashion if you're just joining us. So they are going to look to do the same thing again in game number two. But Ohio looks to put a stop to that quick type of play that NIU wants to go for. My apologies. On the side of Ohio, they're just looking to slow the bleeding a little bit here, as they did get quite quickly outrun last game. Could we see a quick 2-0 with 20-minute games? We will see. We're jumping on into game right now, so we will have that for you as soon as it's available. Let's go ahead and just real quick, one last thing for my side before I show you the in-game. Although that is incorrect. My apologies. We should be ready, like I mentioned, any second now, once we get in. Here we go. All right. Let me just... Oops. All right. So we should be jumping on in any second now. My apologies. I have messed something up here. So we will back away, and then we will get this all up to speed for you guys. My apologies on this one. There you go. Sorry about that. We are jumping on in. We will fast forward just a little bit to make sure that you guys are not missing a minute of the action as these guys get into their respective lanes. All right, well, that's easy for us. We had an immediate pause. So it looks like our mid laner has an issue. So we will be into that any second now. So let's go ahead and switch on back towards the current score as we go. So NIU, thank you very much. Let's go. We should be into game any second now, but getting up to speed on the live broadcast. Let's go ahead and look at these runes and masteries and summoner spells. We're going to see double TP from the side of NIU, pretty standard, same exact summoner spells that we saw last game. Whereas on the side of Ohio, we do see double teleport, but it is not in the solo lanes. We're going to see the Gragas have teleport, Smite on No Imagination playing the jungle position. So actually, that is the swap here. So let's go ahead and run through this. We do see teleport on Dibwint, who is the ADC. So it does look like there were some role swaps for the side of Ohio in this game that we were not aware of, or that I was not aware of, to be honest. So Tannen is going to be playing top lane. He's going to be playing that Gragas. He has the Phase Rush as well as teleport. No Imagination is going to be piloting the Graves for this one in the jungle with the Phase Rush as well. Fleet Footwork and Ignite with the Yasuo here in the mid lane for Tobes. Dibwint is going to be the AD carry with the teleport and the Conquer on the Ezreal here. And then Holy Armpits is going to be still the support with the Ignite and the Aftershock on the Rel. On the side of NIU, we do see the Fleet Footwork on the Gnar, Conquer on the Olaf and on the Cassiopeia here. Draven is going to have Hail of Blades, and then Phase Rush on the Alistair. We are just waiting on one of NIU's players to get back. They had an emergency and had to step away for just a second. We're not sure exactly what has happened, but when we get that information, we will pass that along to you guys. We should be back into game very shortly here with game number 2 of NIU versus Ohio. NIU took game 1 in very convincing fashion. If you're just joining us, I believe it was 25-3 in terms of kills, with NIU ending that game in 21 minutes. This one, team comps are a little bit different here, as everything that NIU played last game was either stolen away or banned. And we should see a more standard composition coming out from NIU. They played last game the Moonstone Renewer / Staff of Flowing Waters build for the Karma in the top lane, and then played in the mid lane with the Anivia, one of Space Marine 18's favorite champions. We are keeping the screen on the out of game because of this pause. We will come back to the game when we are available to it. We're waiting for we should be getting back any second now. Looks like they are ready, and they should be unpausing any second now, and we will be live with the action. There is the pause. Coming back out, and we should resume any second now. There it is. So we are out of the pause. We will transition right back into the game, and there you are. You guys should be live with us for the game at this point. Looking at the starts here, Cassiopeia did start with the tier, so I don't know that I like it as a starting item as much. Now, this, I don't know if it was caught in vision, as the 5-man invade is coming through by the side of by Ohio. Draven going to be trailing this one, and Alistair going to be getting into a good position for it. And actually, I believe this was spotted out, as NIU has done a nice job of just walking away from everything, and Ohio's not going to find anything on this invade, and now NIU knows that it's happening. They're going to go ahead and just back away and go and steal the blue buff themselves. So we'll see if Gragas sticks around and wants to steal the blue buff on the side of NIU. Although Gnar and and the Olaf here could be getting a little greedy as Yasuo is backing up towards there to place vision, and they will know that this has been stolen, so we might see some vertical jungling being elected for. Gragas going to try to steal this blue buff or at least contest it. He is just hovering around there. That is a leash coming through, but not a very big one from the bot lane of Ohio here. Olaf going to go ahead and just grab that blue buff, and the smite will successfully steal it away. Now, Tannen is going to take a little bit of damage here, and Olaf going to go ahead and just try to fight this one. Alistair going to go ahead and knock it back. That's the headbutt in towards his 80 carry. Flash forward comes through from Draven, and not going to get the kill, but this is a lot of damage coming back onto Rel, and that is Dibwint down to just about 200 health. Now, this is the gank coming through from the side of Ohio. First blood going to go through onto the Ezreal though, as nice gank coming through by the Graves, able to alleviate some of that pressure, and NIU actually going to be down 1-0 here as first blood goes over towards the side of Ohio. Big thing for NIU though, they do have their potions available, whereas they have the summoner spell disadvantage here, as the teleport is still available by the Ezreal, whereas NIU has used most of their combat summoner spells. Flash is available on both of these supports. NIU now down in CS quite a bit in the bot lane, although top lane has made up for that, and mid lane as well. So we will see what happens as, yeah, we do just see the junglers electing for vertical jungling here. That means that the Graves is going to take the opponent's red side jungle and his own bottom half of the map, whereas Olaf is just going to do the same on the top half, if you guys are unaware. We do see the Olaf able to finish off this red buff, and so successfully we'll get double buffs the same way that Graves has. Graves going to go ahead and position towards the Scuttle Crab on the bot side, and with the lane already pushing in, he should feel, on the bot lane, he will feel safe to do so. Ezreal backed and finished off his, or bought his tier, as well as bought his longsword here. So he's going to have a little bit of the advantage here despite being down in CS. With that first blood going over to himself, he has enough gold to really do something here. Graves going to get a nice smoke screen onto the Cassiopeia, but with the miasma down, it is going to be enough for Ola to go ahead and grab the undertow on towards the Yasuo. But with the available knockup, he is able to disengage. Now, PCH is going to actually have the level advantage here and just do a lot of damage onto the Graves here. Those chickens will reset, and so NIU will be able to grab that. Now, Yasuo actually able to roam on down here. PCH going to take a little bit of damage, and this will be a fight over these Raptors. Now, that's the smite coming through back onto No Imagination. Then Tobes is going to be here first, and actually PCH is just going to die as he's going to be a little too far forward with the level advantage on Tobes. And now Flash coming through, but Ignite already down, and will Cassiopeia be able to get out of this one? Going to have to dodge, and is actually going to be able to dodge the Q there from the Yasuo. Well played. Not able to grab the second kill is Yasuo there, and now actually Graves is going to get there and just dive on forward. He'll grab the kill or actually we'll get an assist onto the Yasuo there. So 3-0 in favor of Ohio here early on in game number 2, and they are getting the dream start if they are looking to play that one. Nice headbutt away from the Alistair on towards Rel, as Rel did flash for that one, so well played. Looking at the early starts here, it is Chilling Smite for the Olaf, Challenging Smite for the Graves. We also see that the Gragas may be going a little more might be going a little more AP focus with that Doran's Ring start. Noon Quiver already finished on the Yasuo. Pickaxe on the Graves as well, but Olaf also grabbing his pickaxe early on here. And then we do see the Steel Shoulder Guards on towards the Rel, whereas Alistair has the Relic Shield. Despite being down in kills, NIU is up in CS, so that gold lead is only 700-800 here. Olaf going to actually grab that first dragon by himself 6 minutes in the game, so again, an early Cloud Drake going over towards NIU. They will have that early Drake stacking already online. Alpha Squirtle does have the level advantage here and has ultimate available with with Mega Gnar coming online. Will not be able to dive forward and grab the Gnar ulti to end up stunning up and seeing what he can get out of that one. So we'll just back away. Now able to dash forward, but Gragas just with the body slam away will not end up getting anything out of it. Pings come through onto the Graves. This is going to be the fight. Rel actually going to help out this the Graves on this Olaf trying to steal, and that's actually going to be stunned. Everybody going to be there, and NIU's bot lane not able to roam up in time. Olaf once again dies, and this is now twice in a couple of games that we've seen PCH play the Olaf, where he's had some good games on the champion. He's also had a couple of games where he started to fall behind, and then the champion doesn't do too well from behind. 1,000 gold lead in favor of Ohio, but they do have the 4-kills-to-nothing advantage. NIU does have that first Drake, so that is the consolation prize if you need one. Graves already with the actually participating in all 4 kills, and so we do see no imagination with that early 2-0-2 and 150 gold bounty on his head. And that's something that, if you noticed from last game, no imagination was their primary, the only one that really did anything early on in that game. The rest of the lane seemed to fall behind. So maybe they're playing a little bit towards their advantages here, trying to get the even out here. Now Gragas is going to actually spot out PCH. That's going to be on a ward. Now Undertow does land, but is it going to be enough? With Graves already here, that's going to be the boomerang does come through, but Tannen is going to survive this one. Now Undertow, oh, nice flash. Or actually, I believe that was Gragas's flash. Yeah, that was Gragas trying to reposition through the Undertow and just flashes right into it and ends up dying. So not actually quite the good flash, but wow, that is, I'm just noticing this CS differential in the top lane, and already 46 CS ahead is Alpha Squirtle on the Gnar here. Teleport comes through from Gragas, just trying to get something back, and this could be the damage on towards Tobes, as now we do see the face rush come through. Nice dash forward, headbutt pulverize does come through from the Gnar, or sorry, from the Alistair, and this is just going to be donated over to Space Marine if possible. Crix might have to get that, and actually, not the damage able to come through, and Tobes is going to be forced to back away, but just using the flash actually expelled from... actually, nobody used flash. I thought I saw one there, but no flash is used, so better trade for NIU on that mid lane take. Gragas is going to get the Chilling Smite onto him. Undertow will miss, though, so NIU will back away from this one. Headbutt Pulverize does come through onto 2 on the bot lane, and Ezreal going to be forced to dash away. Now, lots of damage coming through from Draven. He has his Noon Quiver and his pickaxe available, so he is already getting quite the damage with those double spinning axes. Will now just keep landing them. Would be interesting to know how many Adoration stacks is that. Is the Rift Herald going over towards NIU despite being on a ward here? And that's a flash ward coming through from Graves. This could be a dead Cassiopeia, and with the ulti already used in that earlier fight, it is going to be the punishment, and Graves and Yasuo will grab that kill onto Cassiopeia. Now Headbutt Pulverize just come through, just lands onto Rel, so it will be just the Alistair backing off. NIU down 4 kills, but is only down 900 gold in the end here. Now this could be Gragas grabbing the kill, and actually nice hop, nice flash away despite being under turret. This could be Yasuo dying, and the yeah, is able to be traded, and actually this could be 2, and it is going to be 2. Gnar able to grab both, and despite getting the kill onto Gnar, Gragas and Yasuo, that is Tannen and Tobes for the side of Ohio here, getting very over aggressive. Olaf with the Rift Herald is going to just roam towards the bot side, and they are going to try to finish off this turret. That is the ultimate coming through from the side of Ezreal just to try to finish off that wave. Not going to be enough, and that's going to be all but one turret plate falling down here. And this could be the early Drake coming through from the side of NIU, or Drake, the early turret coming through from the side of NIU. They will grab the first turret here at 11 minutes. And despite being down 3 kills, they are up a Drake. They are up about 1,500 gold here. And they're going to actually grab the Mountain Drake here to trade that one back. So NIU actually taking the advantages here, being up a turret, being up the Drake in almost 2 now. despite being down the kills. Rel in a bad position, going to walk into the Alistar here, and that could be a headbutt pulverized. Headbutted right into the pit. Well done by Crix. Not going to be able to escape that one, and now that is going to be the damage coming through. This could be the attempt at a steal. Nicely done with the smite, able to secure by Olaf, and would have just been an auto attack / Q steal by the Yasuo there. Will be instead NIU grabbing that second Drake, Mount Drake, and Infernal Soul will be the soul here in this game number 2 of the series. NIU up 2,000 gold and now only down 2 kills, but up 2 Drakes and a turret. Looking down the map at the item builds, we do see that the Kraken Slayer has been finished by the Draven here, whereas we do see, while being up 6-0 and 6, this is the ability coming through. Gragas, nice body slam, able to land. The flash comes through, though, from the Cassiopeia. Nice knockback into the turret. And this could be the Cassiopeia grabbing one back. Graves is going to die as well. NIU has 3 members here, and this is going to be the 3 for nothing in favor of NIU. Now, Summoner XD is grabbing the kill onto... Yes, he is able to land it onto the Ezreal, and that's a 4 for nothing cross-map trade. And NIU quickly goes from being down 6-4 and kills to 8-6 up, as well as going to grab this second turret in the mid lane. And now Hex Splash was queued, but will just be the turret plates going down in the mid lane. NIU might actually finish off that that tier 1 in the top lane, as well as Gnar is just free farming onto that turret. So looking across, NIU, despite being down early in this game, is now actually ahead in the contest. Very heavily, actually, about 5,000 gold in 13 minutes. So really well played by NIU through this mid-game, and any early game advantage that was on to the side of Ohio has been negated. The one thing that we were talking about before, with these items, we do see that the Gale Force has been finished by the Graves here, but he is down in CS, so could be the item coming through the Mythic for Olaf very shortly. We do see Defiance Thunder finished off by the Gnar. We also see Liandry's Anguish finished off by the Cassiopeia. And so NIU is getting to a point where they are feeling very comfortable with this game and starting to scale into their own on the compositions. We will see if this is the game where Ohio gets to take their first turret of the contest. Nice dash forward from Tobes, able to land the Q, but Alistar is very tanky and will not end up taking much damage from that one. Now, this could be Olaf running into the side of Ohio here. This could actually be the Pincer, though, coming through as Gnar is here, and that is going to be the Graves, just caught in a bad position and is going to die. Teleport comes through from the Cassiopeia, and this could be NIU re-engaging. They're going to go ahead and dive onto Tannen, and the stun comes, or the slow comes through. Will it be enough? There's another slow. Will it be enough to get the Alistar out of here? And it will be actually the Gragas getting on out of that one. NIU does grab 1 in favor of themselves. Hex Flash does come through from Alistar. This is going to be the dive. Now goes on to the Rel. Will be dying on the Miasma there. Ultimate comes through from the Draven, and will just be the turret take from NIU. So they will grab the tier 1 in the mid lane, and they are looking to march on down and take the tier 2 as well. With that ultimate coming through from Ezreal, I don't think they'll have enough to take the turret. Actually, they might. Body Slam misses, so they will go ahead and grab this turret. And actually, now with Tannen already Body Slammed down, he's going to go ahead and fall to the Olaf here. And so NIU going to go ahead and try to push down this mid lane, as Yasuo still has not finished off his recall. He was looking to try to push in that bot lane. Instead, it will be NIU just grabbing things here, backing away, and No Imagination is going to go ahead and try to find this with Rel following in his footsteps. Could be the opportunity for NIU. They're going to go ahead and get the stun onto Rel as she dove across, and not quite what you want to do there if you are Rel. Gale Force also finished on Yasuo. I don't know if I like that pickup as much. With the innate dashes, could be an interesting item. But with the up cooldown, I would have liked to see a Immortal Shield Bow for him. Now, Rel is going to just take the damage over time from the Cassiopeia, be poisoned. And now, with that in the case, we'll just be zoned away by Cassiopeia here. Gnar is available to enter this if they do chase too far onto the onto Cass. As Alistair's also here for a pincer, and Draven's able to free farm on the bot side. So this could be a 5v4 in favor of Ohio. Headbutt Pulverize doesn't land. Undertow comes through from the Olaf, and Ragnarok hasn't been used yet. That's a little bit more damage poking through onto Dibwin. Though Gragas is going to go ahead and go forward now. This is going to be nice ultimate coming through from Rel, but it's going to be just traded back, and that's going to be 2 for NIU, now 3, and Olaf has himself a double. That's a triple kill for Olaf. The ace comes through from NIU, and Draven grabs one of those as well. Looks like the other one went on to Alpha Squirtle, and NIU now 16-6 up in this one, 10,000 up 17 minutes into the game, and they are once again cracking open the base of Ohio 17 minutes into the contest. Gnar is going to go ahead and grab that first Infernal Drake. They will continue that Drake stacking. I don't know that we'll get to a point with a soul here in this contest, but looking on towards the pings, NIU is going to ping on towards this Rift Herald. They will look to just knock down those turrets inside the base of Ohio, if possible. Rift Herald going to be given over towards PCH, I would imagine here. Space Marine is going to stick around to help do the damage, though. And NIU up exactly 10,000 gold and 10 kills, but up 5 turrets to 1. That is the thing. Ohio has finished off a turret for the first time in this series, so good for them on able to do that. Now, that's going to be the shield from the Yasuo actually falls because he walks through the miasma. Now, this is Draven just doing damage right back. He's going to be able to kite away, and now Holy Armpits is in a bad spot. That's going to be a double kill coming through from the Cassiopeia. Headbutt comes through again onto the miasma. That's a triple kill on for the Cassiopeia. Headbutt into the miasma has been an amazing combo for NIU, and now with Gragas being the only one alive and the Rift Herald in the hands of PCH, this looks like it could be the death march down the mid lane, and 20-6 in favor of NIU are the kills. They are going to teleport on in with the Gnar, and actually just going to make sure that the Gragas doesn't get his recall off. There goes the Rift Herald spawned in the base of Ohio. Rel goes ahead and uses her ultimate. Stun comes through from NIU. Now that's going to be the ultimate from Gnar. Going to be able to grab 2 on the Cassiopeia, and now PCH going to run at them. Going to grab another one, and he will be shut down, but will be NIU just ending the game here. Rift Herald going to do enough damage, and actually Ezreal does grab one back, but is going to be NIU now finishing this off. Turret dive comes through from the from Cassiopeia, but you see there, we did see the Rift Herald go ahead and do its dance. 19 minutes into the game, NIU is going to end it, and they will take the series GG to Western Michigan, or my bad, to Ohio, as NIU will take that series 2-0 in 2 very quick games. We'll go ahead and try to get an interview. I would imagine that they would be willing to talk here. We will go ahead and just grab you the final score image real quick, and then we will throw that up so that we can have that up during the interview. There it goes. Now, we should have the interview with them any minute now, but congratulations to NIU back in the winning ways. GG's to Ohio. Was a well-fought battle, but it will just be NIU taking this one 2-0 and moving up to 4-1 on the season. So quite the start if you are a fan of NIU, able to grab that one, and they are looking prime for a playoff position this season. All right. Let me see if we can grab Space Marine 18 for an interview. We will we'll grab him, and we will have that in just a minute. But until then, we will go to break real quick. GG's Ohio. NIU takes it 2-0. And we will be right back with the post-game interview. All right, everybody, we are back, and we're going to get into an interview right away with Nathan, Space Marine 18. He is the mid laner for NIU as well as the captain of the team. And Nathan, I am deafened there. Nathan, great games for you today. You got the Anivia in game one. How did you feel about grabbing that pick?
I love playing Anivia. That's my
I'm
only.
I mean, we know you do. You love that champion. You do some great things when you're on the champion. Um, definitely, there was just a bit of a skill gap on the team there. I think that one, there's not too much to look at in terms of, what do you take from that one? Is it the fact that some of the early game might not have been as clean? Is that kind of what you guys look towards as the thing to improve for next week?
Yeah, like our early game was really messy. Not so far in game one, but I think that's just because we had a lot of comfort picks other than Karma Top. But like our second game, early game, was just really messy, and there's just something we have to improve on.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a fair point to make. Sometimes you can get into these situations, and that's something that you need to practice a little bit. I mean, and definitely a good week to figure that out. Since we don't have a match for anybody on Wednesday, another day of scrims. Is that going to be something, or are you guys taking the week with the extra day off and kind of running with it?
I have no idea yet, but extra day of scrims doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, there you go. One thing, as you're the captain of the team, we want to, really emphasize kind of this idea of the team. And so you've been here now. This is your second year with NIU, and I know you played back at, you played in community college as well in the collegiate League of Legends scene, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So what with the jump to varsity this year, how have you seen that impact things? Has it been an improvement, and what types of improvements have you seen through the roster with this additional team aspect to it?
Well, I think it's just like everyone's a lot more self-sufficient. I mean, like in game, I wouldn't even call me the team captain. It was just all of us just working together, or you know, a main single shot caller. Sometimes it switches around, but we usually just have one. And it's very different from previously, where I was in community college, because a lot of the players didn't know what they're doing, I would say, and it was just like all focused around like, okay, so I have to be the main shot caller and keep like everyone all together and focused. But here it's a lot more. Everyone already knows what to do. Everyone knows how to play the game already. Like we all just honestly just play ourselves. Like we play the game for ourselves. Like the team connects when we need to, and then we have our own little games that we play inside the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and then I think the idea of having Garmore there as your coach to kind of tie things together, I think that's been something that had, at least from the outsider's perspective here a little bit, it seemed like that has been helping to kind of tie some of those things together that in the past might have been falling on you guys to figure out some of those more macro decisions. Have you seen an impact based on that?
Yeah, I mean, it helps to have like an outside voice, like someone who is outside the game. Because when you're playing the game, it's very hard to look at it objectively, especially if you lose.
Yeah.
So it just helps to have an outside voice where just spectator eyes, basically. You're like, hey, you guys need to focus more on this or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, and we're so happy here at NIU that we're able to move into that situation where we can help you guys out with something along those lines. I guess you guys, with the week off, we talked about whether you guys were going to have the extra day of practice. Bowling Green next week on Saturday, looking like another game where you guys have a good chance at winning. They haven't taken a game this year, so are you guys feeling confident moving into next weekend's game?
Yeah, I would say we're pretty confident. I think the next game we're looking at, uh, truthfully, is Kent State on February 20th.
Okay.
So a long ways off, but for now, that's our big target. because after Kent State we have Northeastern and Miami back to back. So it's just those three matches are going to be really tough.
Yeah, I mean, but looking at the schedule and looking at where the standings fall so far, if you guys are able to come out of this stretch of Bowling Green, Akron, Kent State with 3 wins or even 2 out of 3 wins, moving into that portion of the schedule then with Northeastern and Miami, you guys have a good chance at making the playoffs if that's the case. So, are you guys looking? Are the thoughts towards the playoffs starting to get a little bit closer, or are you guys still focused on as you should be, the game at hand each week?
Um, I would say playoffs. We know we can make it there. We have the team to do it. We're definitely a strong team. Just some of these top dogs are kind of crazy.
Yeah, I talking about Wednesday's game, I know it was a tough loss, and we didn't get an interview afterwards just because it was that was pretty crazy how good Buffalo was able to play. But that the one thing that we do have to look at and say a consolation prize of is the top lane in Buffalo is still the number 17 ranked player in the country. We've also got. In terms of Buffalo, they won the national championships for fall. So that is a very good team that you guys went up against. So I want to say that if we're able to keep things close throughout here, then you guys have a great shot. So I wish you guys luck in the effort. Is there anything else you want to say to the guys at home?
Yeah, just keep cheering us on. Like it helps that to see that people watch the stream and that we have people that support us and are watching our games. Like, yeah. It's very nice to know. It's just comforting.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nathan. And that was Nathan Space Marine 18. And that's going to be it for today's game. We'll go through one more thing, and then we will send you guys off for the night. But yeah, so now we are at looking at the standings. We're not going to throw them up because we haven't updated the standings document, but this is NIU is going to stay in a tie for second place at the very worst here. And they are looking at 4-1 on the season, so a very strong record so far. They will go ahead and take on Bowling Green next Saturday, the 13th at 2:00 p.m. We'll do the pre-show once again at 1:45 if possible. And then we will have, following that, the following Wednesday, we will have Akron versus NIU. And then the following Saturday will be the Kent State match. So the next one that is that NIU looks to definitely can't look past the Akron matchup, but the next one that is definitely going to impact the standings super heavily is that Kent State matchup on the 20th. For now, I am Connor Vagel, and I thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back, like I mentioned, on Saturday on the 13th at 2 p.m. Though, don't forget to check out on this Wednesday. I will be working with the Illinois High School Esports Association on twitch.tv/IHSEA. At 8 o'clock, I'm going to be part of their podcast and talk a little bit more about esports at NIU and how you, if you are a high school student, can move from the high school level to the collegiate scene. Additionally, we want to thank you guys again for watching. We have one more. Let me see if I can't pull it up here. But I want to say thank you guys. And then, as always, feel free to follow us on social media where we have the Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, Discord, all those different platforms. We'll go through them real quick. On Twitter, we are Esports NIU. Facebook, it's NIU Esports or facebook.com/Esports NIU. Twitch is right where you're at right now. YouTube, we are on at go.niu.edu/esports YouTube. We also have Instagram Instagram.com/NIU Esports Official. And then we have, I believe, Discord. Yes, discord.gg/NIU Esports are going to be all of those. If you'd like to support our program, feel free to subscribe to our Twitch channel right here for free. If you are a Prime member, then you'll get access to the Legacy logo emote. If you are looking to be a little more supportive and We would certainly like it if you were. We would appreciate it, I should say. Then you have the tier 2 or the supporter plus tier. That is going to be at the $10 mark, and that will be giving you the access to the Doggers emote, as Minzy Cat has demonstrated. And then the esports tier 3, the at $25, that is going to be the supporter ultimate tier, and that will get you the In My Sights emote as well. Prospective students and current students, if you are looking to join us at the esports varsity level, please feel free to reach out at our website or fill out our form at go.niu.edu/NIU esports tryouts. That's go.niu/edu/NIU esports tryouts, and that form is open today, as of earlier this week, I should say, but it is open now. So if you want to try out next year or over the summer for our varsity teams, please feel free to fill that form out. You'll be trying out for our 2021-2022 split. Also, we're getting into the middle of our esports special interest community signups, as well as the GG, also known as the GG House. So feel free to contact us about that if you'd like. Thank you so much for joining us and showing your hashtag Husky Pride. I am Connor Bagel, your GM and caster, and until next week, good night.
Never, never hold me down.